Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Rolling with the Spectrum. Yeah, my voice is starting to go, the eyes are clearing up, but I think it's time to go for a bit of a walk as soon as I can't run, otherwise I'll just be sick everywhere. So join me on this little adventure, we'll walk and talk. Well, it started to rain, so I brought the show inside. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I feel sick. My voice is going, eyes are getting better, and it started to rain. So I didn't take any chances, so I brought today inside, and there's my cough. So on the walk, I was actually going to talk about autistic burnout or mental fatigue. My daughter has experienced that in the past. Mainly last year when we moved from Darwin, getting her back into school. She was only lasting an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. So I don't know if any of you experienced that from yourselves. But yeah, it's definitely a thing. I didn't know it was a thing until I experienced it firsthand. Yeah, it's a bit of research I've done on it throughout the last 12 months. She's now built herself up into a space now where she can go to school for the full week, engage in her classes, regulate her emotions quite well. That's through the intervention too of a OT. If you don't have an OT, I highly recommend it. If you don't have an OT, hit up NDIS and smash the hell out of them and get what you can. I'm lucky enough to have funding for an OT for her, which has helped with her mental fatigue to eliminate that autistic burnout over the last sort of 12 to 18 months. She's been at school full time again. So let me know in the comments if your own experiences with autistic burnout, whether it's yourself or your child, or whoever in the family has burnout from autism. It's a real thing. Start of the year, she was only going to school for 2 or 3 hours the whole week. Increased the lunchtime over the couple of weeks after that. Then it moved up to, she's been smashing out some full days. Normally her cut-off point by Friday is, funny enough, Friday she stays all day. It must be something really cool happening at school that keeps her engaged. As long as she's actually engaged at school, she'll stay. As soon as she does all the hard work, maths, English, whatever they learn in year 2 now, I haven't been to school for decades. Yes, I'm old. Okay, that just really rattles her brain. You got to remember these poor kids are trying to fit in with neurotypical kids who can regulate their emotions, I'm going to say slightly better than autistic kids. They can function in a group space with a bit of noise in the background. These autistic kids are in these classrooms with these normal type children. Not that any child is not normal. They've all got their own characters, which is brilliant. So funny enough, the school the daughter does go to, the kids in the classroom are very aware of the other autistic kids in the mainstream classroom with them, and know when some of these kids are heading into a bit of a meltdown state, and to the point where the kids in the classroom actually do a lot better helping the kids regulate their emotions better than what the teachers do, I've noticed. So shout out to the parents who are educating their neurotypical, I hate that word, but what am I going to use at the moment? Educating your kids on, autism in the classroom and stuff. There's still a lot of parents out there hating, especially when you see the poor autistic kids get into that heightened mental state and have a meltdown. Yes, they do go into a really bad rage, although from my experiences, my daughter has done, hence her nickname, the Hurricane. Excuse me there. And has scared kids. The worst part about that is the kids can adapt quite well and help the child out before he gets to that point, which I've we've been seeing in the classrooms of late. It's the parents talking behind the other parent back. That shit's got to stop. That's one thing I'm trying to stamp out by coming on to this platform, talking to you guys as a parent. If you are a parent of a neurotypical kid and your kid sees this in the classroom, don't go talking to other parents about how bad that kid is. The kid's not bad, just can't regulate their emotions properly. If you do have a problem with it, come up to the parent themselves, have a chat with them, get to know these people, get to know the kid. It's not hard. But that's one thing I want to drive home, is that you need people out there to go, oh, that kid had a meltdown. I wonder what caused it. Why does your kid do this? Can you tell me about it? 100%. This is why I'm here, to tell people about this stuff. They are normal kids, just not regulating. And they could be in that burnout state. They could be at school for a month and next minute their ladder's attacked. It happens to everybody, not just autistic kids. That's the problem. But we label it autistic burnout because they're trying so hard to fit in with regular society, because we have to act this way when they act this way. No, what's to say that we should be acting their way and not our way, so to speak. So yeah, she could go for 2 weeks at school, go every day, come home slightly early from day to day, so on. But you might get that one random Tuesday, Wednesday where you get the phone call at 11 o'clock. Hey, she's ready to come home now, for no apparent reason. You go there, what's up, kid? She's just mentally fatigued, needs to go home. She'll sit down on the couch, rest, have something to eat for a good hour or two before she perhaps back up again. But that's just the reality of living with someone who experiences mental fatigue, autistic burnout. Same as what we do at work, I guess. We run ourselves into the hills a bit. We all feel it from time to time. These kids just feel it that little bit extra because of the stuff they have to try and fit in with, the emotional regulations, the learning that doesn't compute in their little brains, the whole social cues that they're not aware of, all these little things add up in their brains, and I think we need to be aware of that. These little brains are learning differently to what other kids are learning. And saying that, every kid learns different, whether you're on the spectrum or not. But what I want to try and drive home is that these guys have got the added bonus of they have to act normal. They have to act this way to fit in with this way, and they got to do their work this way with this team. They got to put up with the noises in the classroom. Some kids do wear their earmuffs, some kids don't. Just let them be, I guess. If they need that brain break, give it to them. The EAs at her school are getting really good with that. We do have one that's a bit slow on the uptake, but she's doing really well, I think. They do a brilliant job. I'm not knocking anyone here. Like I said, this channel is not to have a go at anybody in particular. It's to keep the love and the peace to get autism out there and explain what these kids go through from day to day and their parents. So that's my view on autistic burnout. If you do have any comments or want to say something, want to come on the channel too and have a talk about this stuff, leave a comment down below. Okay, we can take it further. That's all I really want to say on that matter. We'll move on to the next topic, I think. But autistic burnout's a real thing, guys. Listen to the kids, listen to their bodies, watch what they do, and just help them out, and help the other parents out who may be a bit dumb to this. The thing is, this is my episode, and I've been comfortable behind the camera in the house. I'll bring it out to the streets to let you know why I'm actually doing Fun for Autism in October. Obviously reasons don't have autism, and it's the way I can back and help out, I guess. Hence I try to do a bit of fundraising for it. The link will be in the description. And I've had 2 back surgeries in the space of 12 months, so my running's not that good. So that's why I'm doing 1 kilometre a day for the month of October, so 31 kilometres in the whole month. Doesn't sound a lot, but to me it's going to be a great deal and a great way of getting back into fitness and lucid dad bod and help out with kids with autism. So yeah, hit the link in the description, donate what you can if you can. Much appreciated. And guys, thanks again for watching the channel and supporting it. I know I only got 12 subscribers at the moment, but hopefully that builds over the next month or so to a lot more. Keep watching, keep liking, keep doing what you're doing. And just a reminder that the channel will be going from ripping with autism to rolling with the spectrum in 5 days' time. So remember, peace, love and autism.